Hey everyone, welcome back to Master Brickjitzu. Today we have another really exciting video for you guys. We're going to be talking about Garmadon 3, the issue number 3. We're going to be discussing it a little bit. I just want to shout out the LEGO Ambassador Network and Skybound for providing us this issue for review. It's very kind of them to send it over to us. We really appreciate it, so thank you so much for sending it to us. And yeah, we're going to do a little non-spoiler thing first, and then we're going to go into spoilers. So we'll make sure we announce when we're going to go into spoilers, so you guys who don't want to watch or don't want to know the spoilers, you're warned. And then links below where you can find the digital copy of the Garmadon will have links in the description, so that way you guys will be able to find it. It's really awesome. So I guess we'll go into our non-spoiler discussion, and we'll let Kyle, you start.
For sure. Yeah, I really enjoyed this issue. I thought it did a really great job of just kind of raising the stakes sort of in this issue, and also I really liked the dynamics between, like, I won't go into specifics because non-spoiler, but between some of the characters. I thought it was pretty funny, some of the interactions, and I found, like, art-wise, I thought the facial expressions were really on point with this one. I thought there were some really funny and, like, goofy ones that definitely made me laugh while reading it. And
Sure.
yeah, I mean, I never know much to really say during this part of it.
Yeah.
It was
Well,
great though.
you thought it was good. That's great. Yeah, I personally thought it was really great as well. But obviously we'll get more into it when the spoilers. But yeah, Logan, Nicole, you guys take it away. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, like Kyle said, this one upped the ante. Last issue we were dealing with the bears in the woods. Now we get back to the focal story, taking on Magra, that kind of thing. Stuff that's going to get us to our end game, which is nice to see.
Sure.
Garmadon's characterization, it's still on point. Loving how Tri is portraying it. All good things on my end. I'm loving it. Can't wait for the next.
Lots of really good reaction images, I think, in this one. A lot of things I'm just going to take screenshots of and just send out of context from now on, I think.
That's awesome. Yeah. So all great positive feedback. Again, it sounds like we all really enjoyed it. It's a really solid issue, but yeah, for the most part, we want to keep it bare minimum spoilers. So, but now we're going to go into the spoilers so we can actually get into the real meat and potatoes of the book. So if you guys don't want to, listen to the spoilers, you can hop off. We're going to go ahead and
leave.
do
click the link. Go buy
Here.
the book.
Go buy it yourself and go
read it.
Go read it and then come back.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Go.
That's right. So, but yeah, no, we're gonna get into the spoilers now. And okay, so I really loved the whole dynamic of Garmadon in the village. Like most of the villagers are very once the Sons of Garmadon kind of break in, they're very weary of Garmadon. I feel like they don't really trust him very much because of his past and destroying things. But the little girl,
I wouldn't either. So
right, she really trusts him because she saved the people from the bear in the last issue. And so I always forget her name. What's her name? I always forget it every time because I don't think it's mentioned a lot.
It's Minnie or
Min. I think it's Min.
Min, something like that.
Yeah, Min. I'm pretty sure it's Min.
This comic has the most out there names of any characters. Cause I mean, in the show you've got Jay, Cole, Zane,
right,
and then in this one you've got Magra, you've got Min. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it gives off it doesn't help with the art style, but it kind of gives off Monkey Kid vibes with the names.
Real, yeah, it really does. Yeah,
Jin and Yin's third sister Min.
Yeah, real talk. But yeah, I know. So it's kind of hard to remember the name sometimes. But anywho, so I thought it was great. I have some theories about who Magra could be. I could be completely wrong. But I personally think because at the end, Garmadon was that voice. I recognize that voice. You're supposed to be dead. So I think maybe. I really hope this is true, but it's probably not. I really hope that it's Klaus. I really hope that Magra is Klaus somehow and is using the Sons of Garmadon against Garmadon. Even though the Sons of Garmadon don't really know that they're being used against Garmadon, because when they see Garmadon, they're very what the heck, Garmadon's back, or all this, that, and the other. They're how? And it was just crazy. So
And I mean, it's like what we talked about in the last review. The Sons of Garmadon, like in the context of the Garmadon comic series, they're portrayed as like the stereotypical teenage girl that after a breakup just moves on to a different boy band, like completely. But I mean, just I love that because it's so kooky.
Yes.
And I mean, even the whole idea that just like Garmadon's back and they're like, oh, he's back. Quickly, someone find Lord Garmadon's turkey leg. You know?
Yes. Exactly.
No, you serve me. Get back here. Love it.
That was really good dynamic as well.
Honestly, the main appeal for Garmadon for me is the art style, because I'm an artist, so I usually see it and I go, oh! Lego is a very hard thing to draw, but they've somehow like perfected the art style away where like every single time, like, ooh, that's a good frame. Ooh, that's a good frame. Ooh, that's a good frame. Ooh, I like the effects here. Ooh. So, but with like a bigger, more high stakes fight scene, they're able to pull out more stops, and then maybe just go ooh like that much more.
Yeah, and I mean, Garmadon's got this special situation where, I mean, Trivong, who's the writer, I mean, he's also your artist, so he's going to implement the writer's vision better than anyone. So it's a nice little workflow he's got going on there.
So there's no miscommunication between what you want to happen and what does happen. It's like that's the upside of doing like all of it.
I agree. And that's something that we pointed out as well. Like while we were reading it, I know in our group were like, oh, like these absolutely thought were hilarious and they just looked so good. I really thought that the fire details and the way that the village was on fire and the way like Garmadon was lit up by the fire was done really well. That looked really, really cool. So I really love those little details. And then like you said earlier, the facial expressions I just thought were on point. Like they were great. So I really, really enjoyed that. And I also really enjoyed the fight scene in the end as well. I love the way that was drawn out, like with the powers and stuff like that. That was really cool because it's pretty cool to see Mogra has his own like powers, and so that's pretty interesting. I really want a figure of him like so bad, but but anywho, but yeah, we haven't heard much from Kyle. So Kyle, why don't you tell us what you thought about it in more detail?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I really enjoyed like the whole dynamic between like the Sons of Garmadon and Garmadon. I thought it was just really cool to see them sort of like when he shows up, they just kind of like go back to like how they were like had a lot of respect for him and sort of were worshipping him in a way. And I thought that was a really funny dynamic, especially I thought it was cool with like Kilo. That was kind of what I was talking about with like the expressions. I thought he was just really great and funny with his reaction to Garmadon's return there. So I thought that was really cool. And then yeah, the like fight against Malgra I thought was awesome, and yeah, it was cool to see like him sort of using some of his powers there. I thought that was awesome. And yeah, I love just with the art in this, especially as we see more fight scenes taking place as they get more and more epic. I think that Trivon just does such a great job of like portraying the action in such a dynamic way. Like sometimes I feel like people have a hard time like transitioning from Ninjago, of course, being an animated series and now it's a comic book. You feel like you might lose some of that, but I think he does such a great job of just showing it here, and it still feels just as epic as any of the fights from the show. So I really like that. And with Malgra too, I think if I were to take a guess, identity-wise, I'm really holding out hope that it's going to be one of the bears and that they're going to return. I think that would be great to see.
You and those bears, Kyle.
Yeah, you and the bears.
Let him go.
The bear's supposed to be dead.
No.
It's going to be a
just killed it last
twist.
issue.
The plot twist.
Man.
It's the bear.
Yeah, because we don't know what he sounds like. Like, so he could just be speaking in like bear grunts. We'd never know.
Very true.
I don't know. Are there any theories about who y'all think this could be? Like, could this be like a Spinjitzu Brothers villain? Could this be like a Garmadon villain from the past, or could this be like Klaus or something crazy like that?
You said Klaus. I want to
think-
know what your basis is on that. I want to know what.
So the
makes
only
you think
reason
that,
he just
other
likes
than
Klaus.
I just want.
He
Yeah, other
just
than
likes
I just
Klaus.
want it to be Klaus.
No, I have a legit reason.
Okay, then tell us.
So Lord Malgra, he likes to be called Lord, and Klaus always wanted the lordship from Chen, but Garmadon was the one that took that from him, and back in season 4. So it could be really cool to see because Klaus was pretty much Garmadon's villain. Like they pretty much fought a lot in Tournament of Elements, And Klaus has always despised Garmadon because Garmadon was always better than him. And so finally seeing like Moira come and beat Garmadon down and wear his crown to be better than Garmadon, and especially in Dark Island Trilogy, Klaus wanted to be known as Lord Klaus. Like he just wanted the Lord. He wanted that title of being powerful. And so like, seeing him being, I guess, powerful and taking Garmadon's own Sons of Garmadon, his like followers from him, and going to him is just like this big thing for power. And I feel like it could be Klaus because of that reason. Because in the show, Klaus has always wanted that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see with 2 issues left there being enough time for there to be an evolution of showing how Klaus went from, guy in the underworld to Red Man who has wings.
There's a big gap to cross there.
Yeah,
there's a lot. So I do think it'll be an original villain, but I mean,
that's what I'm hoping for too.
It could be someone from. I mean, like I want it to tie to someone, but there's there's no one that really matches that background unless it's someone that they're planning on introducing in a future Spinjitzu Brothers or something like that can tie it more, which would be nice. I'd really like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just want more synergy between everything.
Yeah, I'm also in the boat where it's going to be an original character because I just think that'd be nice to not have to reuse the same characters like over and over and over again because it's nice callbacks, but it is refreshing just because that would put Garmadon more or less in its own world with obviously like Sons of Garmadon being there, but it's a comic about Garmadon, so that's a given. But it's in like a new area with a new cast of side characters. I think it'd be nice for it to be more self-contained.
Sure.
Yeah, I think what you were saying with Klaus, like I think it could somewhat make sense to like another point to maybe support that is like how he's obviously taken over this leadership of like the Sons of Garmadon, and that would also kind of line up with Klaus taking that Lord title and taking that away. But yeah, like feasibility wise, I do think I'd lean closer to like just an original character here. And I think that could be really interesting too, to see how that plays into it, but I'm honestly open to really anything.
That would be pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Like, let's say like the next issue, like it starts with that guy's backstory, and then like at the end of the backstory, towards like the middle of the comic, midish of the comic, like that's when like they begin their fight again, and then it wraps up in issue 5. That could be cool.
I do think the next issue is going to take place majority in the past, mainly because in the mailbag at the back of the book, Try lets us know that we'll also take a trip back to one of the most legendary events in Ninjago's history in the next issue. So that's something to look forward to.
Who knows? We'll see what happens next issue. Hopefully we'll be back with you. Well, we obviously will be back with you for another, discussion. Yeah. And if you made it this far in the video, we're actually going to be sitting down and talking to the writer of these Garmadon comics, and he's also the artist as well, so we'll be sitting down talking to him in a future video, so you guys make sure that you're stay tuned so you guys can hear all the exciting details about him and his journey with Ninjago. So it's pretty cool. So but yeah, make sure you guys are staying tuned for that.
I think with like the flashbacks, I think he it does such a great job of having like a different like visual look to it, which I do like quite a bit as well. I think that's cool how it differentiates it, and just like story wise, I think they're like put into the story like really well, that it feels still very cohesive with it. It doesn't feel like we just paused to like here's a flashback to set something up. I think it like works really well with it. So that's the only other thing I would mention.
For sure.
Reminder that the next issue will be coming out on September 7th.
Yes.
So we're getting a little bit of a delay.
There are 3 variants of this comic book, which we will show in the video, or we'll probably show it right now. So you'll be able to see all 3 variants. Make sure you guys go to your local comic book shops and pick these up. It needs the support. So make sure you guys are out there supporting your local comic book store and the Garmadon comic book.
Buy them too. Buy them.
Yeah. Buy them.
Don't just pick them up. Yeah.
For sure. And then if you don't have a local comic book shop, we will have links in the description where you can get the digital copy. So that'll be great. But yeah, guys, I guess that is the end of this video. Make sure you guys stay tuned because we have a lot of Garmadon content coming soon to this channel. We'll have a lot of inside, behind the scenes looks at that as well. So make sure you guys are staying tuned to the channel, and we really appreciate you guys watching and following us along on the series. We got 3 more videos to make on the Garmadon comic books. We're really excited to share those with you guys, and yeah, hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day, and we'll see you guys in the next Master Brickjitzu video.